What people of our generation, what practices we need to be doing that aren't widely practiced now? Is there something that we're missing, something we could be doing more of?
You mean in cultivating?
Yeah.
Like bowing, reciting, meditating, that kind of thing?
Mm.
Well, what happens is everybody tends to go to what's their kind of thing, their proclivity, what they're best suited towards. Most of our people that came in the days that the early days of Gold Mountain, most of our people were through the schools. They'd study, take on Buddhist studies in school, become really interested in it, and then they get through the grapevine, they hear about Shifu, they want to go study under a real teacher, and they came in through that door. My door was completely different, so I can't relate to it very well. But most of them did that. Then there's some that come in other ways. So everybody has a different kind of practice that they prefer. Now let's face it, I mean, some people want to do, like Ron, he just loves the teaching school. He's an intellectual, he's got 2 PhDs, and he's really smart, and he really likes that Dharma door of smartness. He wants to study smart. The smart approach the philosophical approach to Buddha Dharma, basically. The teaching school, it's called, where you just go down and you just take apart a sutra. I mean, you really get into it. Or you'll study the Avatamsaka, you'll study the Sharangama and get deep into what the Buddha was talking about. That's one of the favorite schools of most students that I've seen, Western students that come. Then there's a few that are more of the physical type, like come through, they want to do just Chan. They don't want to get through all this other stuff. They don't want to do any kind of ceremonial stuff. They just want to do pure Chan, wake up, become enlightened. Like me, that's my approach. So I just wanted to get to the meat of it. Thank you very much. But other people, there's other people who are really into doing magic and stuff. They really love that stuff. They like all the secret school Tibetan kind of approach to Buddhism, where you have all this magic, this ability to do mudras and mantras, and all these secret mantras, and it'll do all this kind of black magic kind of thing. It's called the secret school. And it's just, that school has nothing to do, it's just to draw people in, to really cultivate. It's just an expedience. All these schools are. Then there's the precept school. Precept school is an unusual school because that's for the Puritans, people with the Puritan nature. They say, I'm going to be very, very pure in my approach to the Buddha Dharma. I'm going to be beyond being a goody two-shoes. I'm going to be extremely good. It's like a Bible thumper. I mean, you're just going in big time to study just the rules. It's a viable school. You can actually become enlightened just studying the precept school, because that's the foundation of your practice. Otherwise, you might get some success if you don't follow the precepts or don't even pay attention to them very much. But what will happen is it'll be very fleeting because you don't have any foundation for that to stay. So if you attain some kind of samadhi or some kind of, like even if you open up your 5 eyes, open up your heavenly eye, you see all kinds of stuff, or you're able to leave your body, start traveling around, all that stuff will just close back down again because you don't have a solid foundation in the precepts. But there are some people who are just into precepts. There's not that many of them today, but it's a viable school, and it's where you just don't do anything but focus on and study the precepts purely and practice them purely to an nth degree. I mean, really. And if you're really a precept, somebody who really follows the precepts, if you're really doing it right, nobody knows you're doing it. That's a real precept follower. Not somebody who says, look at me, I'm better than you because I'm so pure and good. I say, get out of my face. No, those kind of people, they're not going anywhere. But people who are really precept followers and cultivators of the precept school, you'd hardly even know it. You wouldn't even know it. Only the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas would know it. Or if you had your wisdom open, you'd know it. But otherwise, you wouldn't know it. What's the other one? There's the Chan school, there's the teaching school, there's the secret school, the precept school. I'm missing one. There's one more. The 5 schools. Which one did I miss? Oh, Pure Land School. Did I mention?
Yeah.
The Pure Land. Which is basically the Christian school. It's kind of like a Christian school. It's got a lot of prayer in it. It's got it, and it's, strangely enough, it's really the easiest school to accomplish something with, unbelievably. Because you just say, okay, I don't want all this detail. I'm not an intellectual. I just want to recite the Buddha's name and get born in his heaven. End of story. Don't bother me with the rest of the stuff. So, okay.
So how do you know your school? Is it by your proclivities? Is it by what you're drawn to?
You probably already have your school. You know, each of you have already figured that out. You know. It doesn't mean that you don't practice the other ones. That's the first thing I learned with the Abbots. We practice all of them. Every day, actually. If you go to any of our way places, you pretty much practice all 5 schools during the day. Because you do the Shurangama mantra, that's a secret school, believe it or not. And like the Dabejo, that's another. All mantras are a secret school. That's from the secret school. So that's a secret school. So you actually practice, you know, and then there's the priest. You're doing all the schools. And the Shifu always told us there's no such thing as schools anyway. People they're just attached to things. You know, when the Buddha's in the world, what school was he? Huh? What school did he set up? It's his Buddha Dharma.
所以我对你们常说，84000法门，没有一个第一，也没有第二。哪一个法门都是第一，对机的都是第一，有84000个第一。不对机的，就有83909第二。那么对机那个就是第一。所以呢，你会说法，把人说的就发道心；不会说法的人，把人说的生退心。那么，在这个说法的时候，要观机斗教，观，就是观察一切，普观一切众生的根欲，他的根是什么根性？他要善根成熟了，你就叫他出家修道。那么他没有善根，你就叫他种善根，想法子叫他种善根。已经种善根的呢，就令这个善根增长；已经增长的呢，就令这个善根成熟；已经成熟呢，就叫他得到解脱了。所以为说法断他的疑心，令他生信。断疑生信，解脱门这种的无障碍的解脱门。那么现在学习种种的语言，今天学德文，明天学印度文，后天又学法文，又学中文，又学日文，有学越文，有人会越南话，也可以教越文。有人会什么话就可以我们这研究。大家学多一点语言，你最低限度知道 yes no 这个到那儿他就说你说对了不对或者讲少少，这都有点用。不要不学这个学语言呢，你不要以为这就不是修行，这就是也是修行。这修行用这个方法来把你旁的妄想赶跑了。你要没有所学呢，你就要打妄想了。 忽然而天，忽然而地。你打王墙跑到玉帝那儿我和玉帝在一起谈话有的时候又去见见阎罗王，这都是妄想。那么你能学一点东西，自己又有能力了，又可以将来弘扬佛法可以用。你可以学而不用，你这个学会了，会而不用，不可以用而不会。你到用的时候你不懂了那就麻烦了。所以在中国又有这么两句话，是书到用时方恨少。书读书读的到用这个字的时候了，我读书读太少了，字也不认识，也不会写文章，也不会，什么都不会写。用的时候知道少了，是非经过不知难。你什么事情你没有经验过，你就不知道那个事的艰难。